watching the stream, actually. That's what I've got to do. Send a link. Da.
Yeah, I completely forgot this was on. I was just sitting there playing the piano. That's right.
Alright. Stream links. There we go. Oh, 15 drivers, that isn't too bad. See, Breno, Rizzy Rick, Schmidt, Corrupted, Lazy Tail, who hasn't changed his name yet. Dermy, Semi-Pro, Wogboy, Hooter Magic, Safety Car, Papa G, Alcatraz, Canter Crab, False Equation, and Smokegrass, alright. Not too bad. I think we've got a couple of people watching.
Good race.
It should be. I have a good feeling about it. Austria is just one of those racetracks. It's got very good overtaking zones. You've got heavy braking zones into turn 1, turn 3 and turn 4, and they come straight after DRS zones. So it typically provides very good racing. False equation for pole. Maybe. We'll just have to wait and see. Unfortunately, he does have the likes of Wogboy in the party, so it's going to be a long shot, but we'll just have to wait and see. 16 drivers, so Q1 is actually going to mean something. Who's joined? Honest Crook. Okay. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is round 2 of the Green Championship. We are here at the Red Bull Ring. The first ever time Austria held a Grand Prix was back in 1964, but it wasn't here, actually. It was at a place called the Zeltweg Airfield Circuit. But even in 1964 standards, it was so dangerous that the sporting regulator at the time, which was the FIA, said that they had to create a new racing facility in order to continue Grand Prix racing at Austria. And so, in 1969, the Österreich-Ring was born, a fast-flowing 5.9-kilometer circuit that was soon changed in 1996 by everybody's favourite circuit designer Hermann Tilke into this 4.32-kilometer 10-turn circuit. As I mentioned before, the key corners on this track, turn 1, turn 3, and turn 4. They come immediately after DRS zones, and that's where the majority of the overtaking is going to take place. But another key corner that I'd just like to point out is probably turn 10. That's where most of the corner cutting is going to take place. This circuit has a slight street circuit characteristic about it, in the sense that you have to use every millimeter of circuit. And why is that? It is the shortest lap time of any circuit in the 2019 calendar. It also has the least amount of turns, so the margin for error is even smaller here in Austria. But I think, as Sideshow Prod, who's commentating with me for the first time ever, which is a big step up, joins me here today.
Unfolds.
Oh, just have to wait and see. Drivers are starting to ready up, so we're actually a couple of minutes late. But that's alright, we can be a couple of minutes late. No. Who do you think will take pole position? I mentioned Wogboy. Do you think any other driver will have even a remote chance of getting pole?
Oh, it's going to be hard. I think Wogboy might have it in the bag at this stage.
He looked near untouchable in Baku. Hopefully we might see a bit closer racing here in Austria.
Yeah, it's going to be very good. It's going to be a very exciting race. Can't wait to see how it unfolds.
Let's see. 16 drivers. That's all we're going to have. We're waiting for anyone. Alright, so the drivers are starting to ready up now. As we're going to go into Q1 with 16 drivers. Q1 is actually going to mean something. We are going to have at least one driver being eliminated from the session. Here we go. Oh, of course, can't do grab, debut in green. Of course, of course, of course. And you're absolutely right, Rizzy Rick. A small mistake will cost you. With only 10 turns, the margin for error is reduced massively. As we go on to begin Q1. As soon as the game decides to load. Come on, you can do it. There we go. That's 7. There we go. So here we go to start Q1. Drivers just fiddling around with their setups. A couple of these drivers were in a practice lobby just prior to the race. So some of them may have saved setups for this circuit, some might not. Here's the first driver out. It's one of the Alphas. It's Aussie Rizzy Rick. Let's have a look. He's going to do a lap on a set of mediums. Just to get the feel for the car, I suppose.
You get a nice little banker lap in there to get the feel of the track and the car.
Oops, okay. Yeah, why not? Go wide.
Nice little track extend there, like you're doing his outlap.
Just exploring the racing line, the track limits.
Trying to find grip.
That's it. Oh. I'd just like to ask, is this one of your favourite circuits on the calendar?
This is definitely my favourite circuit.
Oh good, 100%. I haven't, because it's mine as well. I absolutely love this circuit.
Yeah, it's one of my fastest, by far.
Yeah, just...
Such a great flowing track, just everything about it's just so much fun to drive.
Yeah, I don't know, it's something about the flow and how it all just works out. It's really quite nice. As we'll go on board with Rizzy Rick on a flying lap through turn 1. Not quite using as much curve as he should. You can really abuse that turn 1. Into turn 2, fast left-hander into the slowest one on the circuit. Turn 3, 100 metre ball, braking hard. Second gear, first gear, short shifts back up to second. Into the DRS zone. Third DRS zone on this course. Into turn 4, the yellow flag in sector 1. I believe that's just... Now into turn 5 and turn 6. Excuse me. Oh no! False equation. And can't do grab at turn 1. What's on?
Been disqualified. What has happened? Oh,
both of them. Oh no, just false equation. I noticed can't do crab was the wrong way as well.
Just saw Otto's Cook run up the rear end of Alcatraz coming out of turn 3.
I am very, very sorry for false equation there. I mean, the first comment in the live chat was false equation for pole. That was the very first comment in the live chat. And he's been disqualified from the session for driving backwards. Oh no. Oh no.
That's unfortunate. Jeremy's in the second with a 15.9, safety car with a 105.8. Oh, Schmidt's just gone fastest with a 105.4. There we go. With Rob Boy coming into the final sector. Last two turns. Looks pretty rapid.
What's he gonna put on the board? It's a 104.6.
Wow. 8/10 quicker than Schmidt.
Oh,
he's going to have to pull something out of their hat to catch up with that.
He's laying down the law, Wog Boy. Oh my goodness me. Look at that, 7/10 quicker. That is a mega lap.
It looks like everyone's going to make it through except for false equations, so that works out Q1.
Quite nicely, actually.
Yeah, a lot of people can save their tyres now, so
yeah,
they don't
in
have to go out if they don't
preparation
want
for
to.
Q2 and Q3, exactly right. We've got yellow flags in sector 2 and 3. Can't do crap again. As somebody mentioned in the live chat, this is indeed his first ever race in the Green Championship. He's going to give it a go. This might also be his first time not using TCS or ABS, because that's one of the things all drivers have to abide by. No traction control, no anti-lock braking system.
Myself being a scrub, that's why I'm not racing in this tier.
It's the exact same reason for me.
ABS and traction control are my best friends.
Exactly right. Alrighty. As Rizzy sets a time, he must have made a mistake. We might on board with him again and actually give us a proper look at the circuit. Hopefully without any distractions. Then coming up to turn 3, slowest corner on the circuit. Uh-oh.
A little bit deep.
Just a little bit. Onto the third DRS zone, into turn 4. Increasing radius, right-hander. Uses all the curve on exit. Sector 1 and 2 again. It is.
Corrupted just went second with a 105.4. 200 quicker than Smith.
Coming through turn 8 now. Oh, really, Rick? My goodness me. Almost spinning it. I think he might have had enough. Yeah, I think he's had enough. Going to be coming through turn 9.
He's going again. Oh, I don't know what he's doing going again with 19% ERS.
Yeah, I do not know.
Questionable decision there by the driver.
Maybe just doing a bit of practice for the race, maybe? I'm not quite sure. He's definitely doing something, though. Have a look.
Corrupt, it's just started the lap. Alcatraz is retired. I think he knows he's in there Q2, so he's just retired the car, so he doesn't have to waste any more tyres.
Yeah. You can watch in spectator mode. But Corrupted, he's on 3 lap old softs. He's also doing a bit of race practice, I'd imagine. Maybe with a bit more fuel in the car. Schmidt is out there as well. He's on 3 lap old softs.
Start the lap.
We'll lock up into turn 1. Everything seems relatively okay though. He still has the pace. Into the small kink of turn 2 and into turn 3. Locking up.
Lock up.
That may have cost him a 10th or 2. And here, a 10th or 2 means a lot.
Oh yeah.
Turn 4, another lockup. And runs wide on exit. I know in Q1, and with all the drivers now currently through, we haven't seen the full pace of each driver respectively, but in your gut, so to speak, who do you think is going to win this race?
I think it's going to take a lot to beat Wogboy.
Yeah.
Showing on that one lap he's done 8/10 quicker than everyone else.
Yeah. But then again, it may have been on a low fuel setup. These guys might be running higher fuels, who knows? But
Very true.
Absolutely right. From the current pace, Wogboy. I mean, no insult to him, but I really don't want him to win. I want someone else to have a real crack at it. He's an incredibly talented driver, incredibly fast driver, but I'd just like to see someone else win.
I think if anyone could give him a run for his money, it's probably going to be Schmidt. Maybe Towel if he gets a good lap down. Get up the front there.
I have a feeling it might be one of the two Benzes, either Hooter Magic or Corrupted, I think might be able to give him a crack.
Yeah, Hooter Magic's got some really good pace as well.
Yeah, well, both Benzes performed really, really well in Baku, finishing second and third. It was good for the constructors for Mercedes. Another driver potentially is Breno. He also had brilliant form in Baku. There's a few things didn't go his way, unfortunately. Oh wait, no, that was a blue race.
That was the blue race, yeah.
Yeah. This is his first green race, is it?
I'm not sure.
Or did he retire?
Let's just have a quick look.
I don't... Yeah, he was in the race.
He was in the race. He finished...
Where on earth did he finish?
7th.
7th. Yeah, okay, there we go. Let's see, Wogboy, who do I... Aussie Rizzy-Rick. How could I forget about Rizzy-Rick? Well, that's because he's down in 15th, the stupid pleb. He's doing these... Oh, and that's Toro Rosso spinning itself around at turn 1. Can't do crap.
The Magic's just started a flying lap.
He's still on those softs, too. Can't go off him.
Crazy man. Bit of oversteer coming out to
Papa G just retiring from the session. Safety car retiring from the session. Jesus Christ, everyone's just going to retire. Breno's retired from the session. Gee.
Yep.
Wogboy's retired.
I think everyone's realising that they're all through to Q2 now, so...
Yeah, they're all just going to retire and get ready for Q2. Oh, two Ferraris almost coming together.
Oops.
Oh, and that was a... Can't do crap. I was going to say, I thought I saw a Toro Rosso very much sideways coming out of turn 9. Yeah, they're all going to retire.
Yeah. I think that's a smart play to move.
Yeah.
Get straight on the Q2. Smith's on a really good lap right now. He's 2/10 up on his time. He might be coming into the pits. Oh, he's staying out.
Yep.
Run from the final corner. Oh, hits a sausage curve there, goes a little wide. That might invalidate his lap. Nope, it doesn't.
A 1 minute 5.4.
So he improves by about 300ths, I think.
Puts him up into P3.
Well, Hooter Magic's gone a 105.1, so he's improved his time by 3/10.
Crazy Rick is still setting lap times.
Yep.
Galaz, hello. We have 17 cars now. Alright, everyone else should be retiring, I'd imagine. Yes, no, maybe?
I think they should. 4 minutes left. There's no point in really waiting. The other 4 are sitting in the pits. Anyone out on the track right now is Wizzy Rick. I think he's just trying to get a feel for the track.
He's just done 6 laps on these mediums, so he'll have a very good idea of what the tyre is going to act like during either his first or second stint, depending on what tyre allocation he's gone for.
If you were starting outside the top 10, would you start on the softs or the mediums?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Tricky. The mediums go a long way in this race, so you might be able to just drag them out and then be super quick at the end of the race.
What would I go for?
I think I'd go the mediums, just to try to be able to stick with the front runners, just to be in position, because at the end of the race they're going to be slow. A lot slower than what you'd be on the softs, especially fresh softs.
Well, I can't remember the time delta between the mediums and the softs at this place. Because you're right, if you can stick it, because the track has 3 DRS zones, you're able to stick in behind someone with softs. Ooh. What would I do? I would probably run the mediums as well, just to have that different strategy.
It could pay off in the end.
It could.
Especially if you've got the pace to stick within reason of the leaders.
And also if you get a rare appearance of a safety car, it'll fall in your favour as well. But then again, that might be a reason to start on softs as well, because if you get an early safety car, you can hop onto the medium tyres and pretty much make it to the end.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. You'll probably see a lot of drivers jump into the pits early in the race if we have a safety car.
But I suppose we will see what driver does what. 2 minutes left in the session, and we still have 2 guys just sitting there. What content? But yes, Log Boy, that lap, that was just his first lap.
His one and only lap.
And he does a 4.6. Who's the magic of a 5.18? Okay.
I think Wogboy will be coming out on the mediums to set a time in Q2.
Do you reckon he would want to start on the mediums?
I think he's got the raw pace to be able to do it.
Yeah, and make it work.
Yeah, and then even if he does lose 1 or 2 positions and sit in 3rd or 4th, he will be ridiculously quick at the end of the race, and he should just be able to reel the leaders in.
But then again, there's one thing we haven't considered, and I have no idea what it's going to be. Exactly right. I suppose we'll see. I mean, I don't think no one has any reason to qualify on the mediums if it's going to rain at the start of a race. So that might be our first clue. Oh, come on, you two. Can't be that interesting just sitting there in the garage doing nothing.
They're probably asleep watching Netflix.
Probably. Anyway, I'll have a quick glance at the comments so I can see what you fellas are saying. Where is it? There we are. False equation, no poll. Yeah, I know.
No poll.
No poll. I know. It's very sad.
And they're done. Off to Q2.
There we go. But yes, half a second.
That's a big gap.
Yeah.
Everyone only used one set of tyres though, so that's good.
DSQ for reversing, that sucks. Yeah, it happens. It's such a natural thing to do as well. It's just, you never ever use reverse in the game. So you just want to stick it into first and spin the car around, but the game doesn't like it when you do that, when you drive the opposite direction for any period of time. As we now begin the very important session of Q2. For the top 10, this will decide what tyre they will start on, so long as it is a dry race. Let's see what
just
tyres...
trying to find out right now whether it's going to be dry or wet, but hopefully it's going to be a dry race. Maybe with a little bit of rain in the middle, that might make it interesting.
Yeah, just to spice up the strategies here and there. We got guys starting on the mediums, so I don't think it'll be raining. Here they come out one by one, and it's a Haas leading. Who is that? Is that Honest Crook? No, it's Papa G.
There's 0.8 second difference in the tyre delta as well between the softs and the mediums.
Wow, 0.8 of a second. Around a sub 70-second lap. That's
quite
a big difference. What boy for F1 Esports. Dude, he is that overpowered, he should. The stats that go with Wogboy from last season are ridiculous. He has 10 wins next to his name, 17 podiums, a points average of 36.2, and a percentage chance of winning a race, according to his points average, of something like 86%. It is ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. I think someone needs to put sandbags in Wogboy's car.
It should turn off his racing line and watch him struggle.
Oh, I think Harper just went a little wide there. That's probably invalidated his time.
Yes, that tally goes up to 11 and 18 after he won in Baku quite comfortably.
So we have Wogboy, Alcatraz, safety car and Breno out on mediums to start their qualifying.
Well, it seems that Very Lazy Towel has also selected mediums, but he's still in the pit lane. He might be waiting until probably midway through the session to come out and do a lap. Just wait until the track has evolved a bit and rub it in, come up to temperature, all that good stuff. Seems Papa G is doing quite well. He hasn't yet invalidated his lap time. Going through turn 7 and 8. It is, you can invalidate your time in turn 8 using too much of the inside curb. Through turn 9 and turn 10. Very awesome corners, these two. I love these two corners on the circuit.
Got the cleanest final corner there. Had to recorrect his steering.
1 minute 6.4.
Semi-pro. 105.8.
Who's the next in line? Dermy. 107.6 must have made a mistake as Rizzy Rick, a 1 minute 5.4.
Wogboy's just started his lap on the mediums. Might even get a toe down this second straight here from semi-pro.
We'll ride on board with the defending champion. So the benchmark time for mediums is a 1 minute 6.9. That was set by safety car. I'd imagine he'd be a lot quicker than that.
I think he'll be in the low 1 minute 5.
Who's the magic? A 1 minute 4.999. Basically did a 5 flat. See what Wogboy can do. Through turn 9. Then turn... Oh! Made a small mistake. What will he do? 1 minute 5.
5.6.
He'll be kicking himself after he made that small mistake. Exiting turn 9.
Left about 2 or 3 tenths in that corner just itself. Washed off a lot of speed.
Currently P4 at the moment.
I think he might try out to stay for another lap.
Think
Put up
so?
DRS and yeah, worth a crack.
Just see other drivers on there flying laps. No, Crofted isn't on one. Don't think Dermy is. Sector 2 yellow is probably a driver pulling off to the side. Yeah. Smokegrass is on a flying lap. Wogboy's teammate. Very strong combination, Wogboy and Smokegrass. They'll be one fighting for the Constructors' Championship. And through turn 9. Using all the curb. Set the inside curb. And missed out on a 10.2 there. He'll come across the line. 1 minute 6 flat, puts him P6.
Wogboy came into the pits, he's not going to try another one. That still might be good enough to get him through. Might have to wait a little bit to see what the others do though.
Well, we still have 4 drivers yet to set a lap time, and all of them but Lazy Towel have... oh, can't do crap. Where on earth is that? That's turn 9, entering turn 10. Losing it.
Very easy to lose a rear end through turn 9.
Let's see.
Oh, I think he invalidated there. Cut that first corner a bit. Maybe not, because he's still in high ARS, overtake. Smokegrass dives into the pits.
So very Lazy Towel on a set of... I was just watching Lazy Towel, see what he was doing. He's done a lap on the mediums. He must have had it invalidated. Now he's come back into the pit lane. Very odd.
He might not have put enough in to do another run.
May not have. He does have a flashing red fuel icon, so he may have run out of fuel. We now have Alcatraz on a flying lap. Ooh, I don't know what you were doing in 6th gear there, mate. Hit too high a gear. Through turn 8. Using all the road, every millimetre you can find. 6th gear, and he comes in.
Nope, he's diving into the pits as well. And Schmidt's just chucked on the medium tyres, and he's going to go out and have a crack and see what he...
Well, currently, with almost 7 minutes remaining, the bubble is a 1 minute 7.6, and Dermy set that time on a set of mediums, I think. The safety car.
He's just gone out again.
Safety car setting on 1 minute 5.7.
Dermy's best lap was actually on a set of softs.
Was it on a set of softs?
Yeah.
It was too. So why on earth is he on a medium?
I think because he didn't do such a great time, so he's going out on the medium to see if he might be able to slide into that top 10.
Fair point, very fair point.
Race.
Sideshow.
Race strategy.
We'll see what he can do. In the McLaren today, with the absence of pure gold. We'll see what he can do. Coming into turn 1, heavy on the brakes, 4th gear.
All the track.
Oh, here we go.
He's lost the back end. Oh, no, that's a big hit with the wall.
And that might just be session over for Dermy in the McLaren.
Oh, that's a bad rejoin to the track there. I think he just hindered Honest Crook's lap a bit. Honest Crook almost cleaned him up as he came back onto the track. Great avoidance there by him.
Speaking of, he still hasn't set a lap time.
Snowgrass is 1/10 up on his previous time. Cal's come back out on the mediums.
And Schmidt is out on an out lap as well. We have to keep an eye on all of these guys. But I think the first across the line is Honest Crook. He's going to come through turn 10. What can he do?
See how much that avoidance of Dermy affected him.
It's pushed him into the 10s. 1 minute 6.6. He's a full second quicker than Dermy. Next car, I think, is Schmidt.
Here he comes.
1 minute 7.9, but his lap wasn't validated. So he's going to go out again.
Towering wide on the last turn. I think he might have invalidated that. Nope, counted.
Nope.
106.2. Moves him up to 8th position on the mediums.
And the second fastest on the mediums. 6/10 slower than Wogboy.
Alcatraz just went faster. That dropped Tao down to 9th, his teammate. 106.0.
Oh, Honest Crook, oh my goodness me.
Right, let's see what Schmidt can do.
I think he's out of
He's
fuel.
coming into the pits.
No, he's still going. It's just, he had that red flashing icon again. This can't do crap, he's just spun. I think that's coming out of turn 5. It looks like Alcatraz and Very Lazy Tail are coming in.
Yep.
And Smokegrass isn't either.
All the boys will be coming out for one lap.
Someone is.
So Wogboy's safe right now by about 8/10 on those mediums.
Let's see, he's in P4. If... Oof. Who has the potential to go even higher?
Renault?
Yep.
Renault should definitely be able to go
Schmidt
faster.
Can.
He's on a lap now, I think.
And Alcatraz and Very Lazy Tail, if they can string a lap together on the softs.
So we got... I think he might be safe.
I think so too. Even if some of the guys switch to a softer compound and string a lap together. Currently P4, yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I think you will be safe. Dermy coming into turn 5.
This will be his last chance to settle that.
It might depend on how much fuel he put into the car. He's made a mistake. He's 1.2 seconds up. 1.2. That'll push him. Oh, who was that? Was that Smokegrass? Who just set that lap time? He's now into the 10s. Dermy comes across the line. A 1 minute 5.7.
Nice lap by Dermy.
Where did that come from? From the McLaren
race strategy there. Well, Breno's gone third.
A 1 minute 5.4. Wow, what a lap from Dermy. Just 1/10 of a second away.
Oh, nice. He's down.
Actually, less than a 10th of a second. That's more like half a 10th. Even though Wogboy did make a mistake on his flying lap. It's still a remarkable time.
Alcatraz might get dropped out of qualifying 1 if Cal sets a fast lap on these stocks.
Well, he's on an out lap. There's 45 seconds left in the session. There's no way he's going to make it.
Oh, he should.
Should he?
I think he will. I think he'll just scrape on 1 as long as he doesn't get hindered by any other drivers.
We'll just see. He does have one in front of him. He's a fair way in front of him.
Schmidt's also on a hot lap right now. I think he's going to be the first one to cross the line.
That might be an invalidation.
It might be, yeah.
Because, yeah, the code masters think you're gaining a massive advantage if you use all that code.
He's still in high ARS, so we'll see. Oh, he's hill. That's a nice entry.
Here we go, through the final corner.
Speed through here. This is going to be a good lap, I think.
1 minute 5.
0. Wow. Nice
so that knocks. I didn't think he had enough time. And he is out. He is 11th. But his teammate is still in this. Honest Crook is still in this. Can't Do Crap is still in this. Who's the first out of these drivers?
Honest Crook's down 3/10 on his lap.
Can't Do Crap is up 3.
Ooh. He needs a... Yeah, he needs a 1.8
I mean, this might get him out of 15th. Ooh, ooh, ooh!
Yeah.
I don't think so!
That's it.
Oh, he started losing it coming out of turn 9.
Hopefully he just stays there. He's just going to reverse across. Hopefully this doesn't affect anyone's time.
As Honest Crook goes to P7. What a time from him from 14th up to P7. Very lazy tail. Where did he finish?
Cal made it into the top 10. I think he got
P8.
Just scraped in. I think Smokegrass and... Oh, I don't know. Smokegrass definitely got bumped out of the top 10. And Semi-Pro.
Look at that. Only just. 10th of a second separating them. But the two drivers starting on the medium compound is Wogboy and Dermy. All the other drivers in the top 10 will be starting on the soft compound tyre. But the drivers eliminated: Semi-Pro, Smokegrass, Alcatraz, Papa G, and Can't Do Crap. All drivers eliminated from the session. But only 2 drivers starting on the mediums. Only 2.
Also going to be dry for the race, so...
Dry for the race, alright.
That explains why they're up, yep. Definitely makes Dermy and Wogboy's strategy even better now, because they're going to be very quick at the end.
Well, they're the only 2, that's it. Everyone else is going to start on the softs. As we now start Q3.
No one could get those mediums down. This is going to be where all the pace comes. I think Wogboy might be on for a very low 1-4. If he gets a tow, he might even be able to dip into the 3s.
That's something to say. I mean, I hope we can capture that. That would be one hell of a lap to watch. But who's the first driver out? It's Wogboy. Okay.
Yep.
Basically telling everyone, come and catch me. So, I think everyone is going to be going out onto a hot lap. Look at this train. The 2 McLarens, a Ferrari, and the 2 Benzes, all in a train.
Everyone's getting out as quick as they can. Wonder if anyone's coming out on old softs, just to set because you should be able to get at least 3 runs in this quali, with the short lap.
Well, it appears that everyone is on fresh softs. They've got just looking at the fitted detail. They all have 0 next to them.
0 laps.
So, Wogboy is going to be the first driver to set a lap time. I'd have to ride on board with him, the defending champion. Let's see what he can do. He set a 1 minute 4.6 in Q1. How much more time can he find? Let's go. This is going to be one hell of a lap at the Red Bull Ring. 4th gear. Oh, may missed the apex ever so slightly.
Through turn 1.
Look at the momentum he's carrying.
He didn't use much of the curve, but he carried a lot of pace through that.
Into turn 3, 1st gear, short shifts up into 2nd. We have a sector 1 yellow.
Sector 2 yellow now as well.
I think it might be just a slow car coming out of the pits.
That's just a local yellow.
Now coming into turn 6, does Wog Boy. Beautiful line. Oh, he
Very
gets...
nice run through there.
He lifts off the throttle ever so slightly. He's going to use all the curve.
For all the time to
There we go. Through the final corner. Hard on the throttle. DRS wide open. It is a 1 minute 4.792. Wasn't his quickest lap time. A very good lap time indeed.
Oh,
Who to Magic, hello.
4.8. Wow. Only 600s off.
And corrupted a 1 minute 5.2. Breno, 1 minute 5.5. Who's next?
Schmidt.
1 minute 5.3.
3.
Safety car of 5.4. Very lazy teller 5.6.
Oh, is Rick next up?
I think this is going to be a fairly good lap as well. Rizzy Rick, a very quick driver. DRS open. A 5 flat.
Ooh, wow. Nice lap.
It's very close between the top guys at the moment. Dermy must have invalidated his lap time. And we still got Honest Crook in the pits.
No, I think he just started his lap time late. He's on his lap now.
No, he's got 1 lap next to his name. 1 lap worn tyres, yeah.
My bad.
So he must have invalidated somewhere.
This is his lap now that he's doing.
Yep. Unless he's invalidated again.
Not the best line through the last corner.
Across the line at 1 minute 5.3. Puts him just in front of his teammate safety car.
Is Crook still not out yet?
I think he only has 1 set of softs left, so he's going to wait until the end of the session. Track.
Oh, I'd definitely be up there on a U set first, just to get a little time set. The banker.
So that is the first set of laps done, and Wog Boy set the pace, but only just, once again, Hooter Magic is right in behind. He's going to try and challenge the defending champion. Very close, half a tenth between the two. As he goes out already, Wog Boy. So he's going to set another lap.
He might even have time to set 1 more after this if he feels like it, if he's got the tyres available. He should do, because he only set 1 soft and 1 mediums out of Q1 and Q2. So he should have 3 sets of softs for this qualifying session.
As the rest of the drivers are starting to come out. I'm not giving Can't Do Crap any shit. Is it his first race on a wheel as well? Righto. I didn't know that. First race on a wheel as well. It's alright. In this league, every driver who finishes scores points. All you have to do is finish and you score points. And every point matters.
Like me at Baku last week.
That was a chaotic race though.
Oh, it was.
I mean, to be the start that we had, and then it changed to wet weather. Yeesh.
Here goes Wog Boy. Maybe an invalidation there. I think he might be okay.
He seems to be. He still has it in overtake mode. He's not using the full hot lap mode. It does on corner
1 short shift to 2nd and 3rd.
Turn 4, hard on the brakes. Little lock up. Shouldn't cost him too much time though. Still keeping the momentum.
He's just under a 1/10.5 quicker through this lap. See what he is here. Oh, almost 2 tenths up on his time.
He's going to be one hell of a lap.
Yeah.
Here we go. Using all of the curve.
Not the cleanest final corner, but still very quick through that section. 104.4.
4, righto, okay.
God damn, that boy's quick.
He's overpowered. He is very overpowered. Hooter Magic is a 10th up in the second sector. How much time can he find? I think that might have been an invalidation from Schmidt there as well. Used all the road through turn 8, all of the curb.
Magic goes 104.69, cruised by 1.5 tenths. Aussie Riz coming in the pits. I think he might have validated.
So these guys, they'll put on their final set of softs and do what is effectively one-shot qualifying as very lazy Tal moves up into P6, 1 minute 5.2. Very, very close between the midfield, I have to say. 5 flat for Rizzy Rick, a 5-1 from Schmidt, 5-2, well a 5-3 from Tao, a 5-4 from Dermy, a 5-4 from Safety Car. I'm very pleased how close it is.
Very tight. Five tenths separating 4th to 9th at this stage. Cruff isn't on the lap. Schmidt's coming in.
Oh, so Honest Crook is on the lap as well. Yet to set a lap time, the Haas driver.
He had a DRS though. I mean ERS. Left it on hot lap the whole race. That's going to hurt him towards the end of this lap.
Honest Crook coming into the pit lane.
Oh wow. Okay.
Must have invalidated somewhere. Breno and Dermy, they're on. Oh, Dermy's just completed a flying lap. Breno is on a flying lap. He's up by 0.5 tenth in the first sector. Safety car's now coming out. He's on a hot lap. What can Breno do? Ferrari driver. Have to be careful with those outside curves. Very easy to invalidate. Same there at turn 8. He was up, I think, by 10.
He's just under a tenth.
Using all of the curve on the inside.
Validation there. Yeah, I think that might be. That was definitely a new validation.
Oh no, his time improved.
Oh, no. Oh wait, no, it did too. Yeah, okay.
It's just he is 5 seconds slower than safety car. Very close.
0.005. That's tight.
It appears that Honest Crook isn't going to set a lap time, I think.
Dermy's up just over a tenth on his lap time.
See, oh, and Wobboy's on a flying lap as well. Oh no, he's in the pits.
Oh, he's in the pits, yeah.
He just made it look like he was on a flying lap. And so is safety car. The safety car's down on his time. He's coming through the final corner now. And he does improve, but invalidated his time.
Yeah. Jeremy's up slightly on his time. Oh, a bit wide there, he might lose it there. Oh no, he goes up, jumps up ahead of Tao.
Into P6 he goes. The Lazy Tao, he's got one more lap up his sleeve.
So Hooter Magic is the first one to start out of these last group.
This is going to be the lap, I reckon. He's going to throw everything at this to try and get at Wildboy through turn 1, using the curves to perfection into the second DRS zone. So Speedo climbing up to 325 kilometers an hour. Hard on the brakes, first gear. Short shifts up into second, using the third DRS zone on the circuit. Into turn 4. Sort of in between the 50 and the 100.
Skipped down the first there. That might cost him a little bit of time.
That will be an invalidation, surely.
Invalidation. Yeah, I think so.
If not, that will be.
Yeah, it's definitely. He's pulled the pin.
So what can his teammate Corrupted do? He's got, I believe, very lazy tail in behind. Coming through the final corner. What can Corrupted do? 3, 4. He does a 4-7. Very lazy tail. Wizzy Rick, hello. Where did you come from? 1 minute 4.6. Got second fastest.
He's the last person to finish across the line here. What does he do?
That's it.
That's it.
That's it from the session.
Wog Boy.
Oh, Wog Boy, you're too good, mate.
Someone put some sandbags in that racing point.
Alright, so the results for qualifying. Wog Boy will start on pole and on the medium compound tyre. So it's all there for Wog Boy at the moment with Rizzy Rick in P2. Very, very close between second and third. Hooter Magic in P3. Corrupted his teammate P4. Very Lazy Tail P5. Look at this. Within a tenth of a second. Lazy Tail, Schmidt and Honest Crook P7. Dermy P8. Also on the mediums. Safety car P9. And Breno will round out the top 10. 1 second separates first to 10th. 1 second. Less than a second.
Going to be interesting to see what the guys in down from 11th and onwards decide to run for the race, whether it's mediums or softs.
We will find out as we are about to begin the race here at the Red Bull Ring. Drivers just selecting how much fuel they have in the car, changing their front wing if need be, and also the drivers from P11 downwards choosing what tyres to start on.
Going to be an interesting race, but I think Wog Boy might have the speed to just pull away, unless Hooter Magic's got something up his sleeve. Maybe a low fuel strategy.
I completely forgot about Rizzy Rick again. He's hello.
Oh, okay. That's that could be a recent data.
We're missing the defending champion. Oops.
What happened there?
Wog Boy, where are you, mate? I think this race is now blown wide.
Oh yeah. He might be able to rejoin though.
I think he will.
Unless he's... no, he's not on the grid. Wog Boy's joined.
Joined back.
Be able to...
Yeah, because P1 is missing. If you notice on the leaderboard...
His car wasn't on the track though.
Oh, he had the sound glitch, right. Yeah, Codemasters hasn't fixed that yet. Where
yeah, it's pretty annoying when it happens.
Alright, seeing as Dougie Falcons, DRS's Martin Brundle, is probably sleeping, SidePod, will you do the honours of doing, just running down the grid for us?
Yep, no worries. Second position on the softs, we got Aussie Wizzy Rick. Third, Hooter Magic. Fourth, Corrupted 01. Fifth, Very Lazy Tao. Sixth, Jay Smith. Seventh, Honest Crook. Dermy on the mediums in 8th. Safety car in 9th on the softs. Breno in 10th. We've got Semi-Pro on the mediums in 11th, so he's opted for the medium strategy. Smoke Grass in 12th, he's on the softs. Alcatraz in 13th on the softs. Papa G in 14th on the softs. Can't Do Crap in 15th on the softs. False Equations also in 16th on the medium, so he's going for the long strategy. And Gulls in 17th on the softs. So
alright,
it's going to be interesting. I wonder if what's going to happen with Wog Boy though. Is he going to be able to rejoin this race?
I do not know. I absolutely have no idea. So the drivers are lining up minus Wog Boy. I've got someone commenting in the comments section going absolutely wild at the moment.
Car left, he can't rejoin. Rip.
Oh well. Throws a race wide open. Cars are lined up on the grid. Here we go. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's lights out and away we go. Here's the Red Bull Ring. Rizzy Rick technically on pole. Gets a brilliant start. And so does Schmidt. He's going to have a look down the inside into turn 1. There's contact between him and the Benz. But he gets a very poor run out of turn 1. Losing a bunch of places in the process. But everything else seems to be fairly calm at the moment. Look at these guys travelling up. Wow, what a camera shot with all the guys travelling up the hill. It is almost 3 wide. It is 3 wide. And the guy with Toro Rosso going off the track. Thank goodness he ghosted.
Can't do crap.
Goodness, he ghosted.
Oh no,
he's
lost it. He's put it into the wall. I think he might have done some front wing damage.
Oh my goodness. But everyone technically up 1 position because Wogboy is not here.
Honest Crooks lost it. He's in the sand.
Oh my
he lost it down at the hairpin. Turn 3.
So, our leaders, we got to be careful, Papa G. Be very, very careful. We'll return back up to the leaders. So, Rizzy Rick currently leading with Who's Magic at P2, Corrupted P3, Very Lazy Tail P4, and Schmidt P5, Dermy P6, P7. We got yellow flags in sector 2 and 3. It's Papa G, isn't it? He is. He's into the wall. Inside wall, entering the pit lane. Ooh. Completely broken his front wing.
I think he's going to have to go on the softs or the hards.
And has already claimed a 3-second time penalty.
Ooh. Damn.
So, the biggest mover forward is Garlaz, up 4 positions. From 17th, technically, up into P13.
Whoa.
And now Smokegrass, he's just made up a position, overtaking Breno around the outside into turn 4. Can he hold it though? Yes he can. He'll get the traction with the softer tyre. He gets the job done. Into P8 he goes from 12th on the grid. Oh, I shouldn't say softer tyre, on the fresher tyre, rather.
Jeremy could be within a good shout. He's moved up 2 positions on the mediums. He's sitting in 6th right now. Only driver on the mediums in the top 10.
Yes, the next place medium compound driver is Semi-Pro. He's down in 11th at the moment. Look at this train developing here in the mid-pack though. It's all bunched up.
Can't do craps, lost the rear end. He's got badly damaged front wing right now. He's going to have to come into the pits, I think.
Very disappointing. Thank goodness his car ghosted, otherwise that would have been one almighty incident. A safety car has a look down the inside into turn. I think there's contact between Smokegrass and safety car. Breno might have a sniff here, trying to get down the inside. He can't do it. Honest Crook just in behind. He almost gets to get the move done. Will he have a look down the inside? Honest Crook locking up. There's contact. Oh my goodness, it's all going off, ladies and gentlemen.
Lots of drama.
Alright, we're going to have a look back up to the leaders. Oh, hang on, Breno! Hello!
Breno.
Spun round. I'm not sure if he was helped.
Doesn't seem to have any damage though, so...
That's one positive to take out of it.
His tyres are on fire.
Oh my goodness, righto. So, at the moment, with 4 laps in, Corrupted gets a 3-second time penalty. There's a battle for 2nd place. There's a battle for 3rd place. Then Dermy's sort of by himself. Safety car's got a small gap to Smokegrass, who is battling for P8 with 3 other drivers. As I say that, Honest Crook down the inside into turn 3, he'll get the job done. Nice and easy for him. Alcatraz might get him as well. Was there contact between those two? I thought Alcatraz might have got a little bit sideways there. Smokegrass has a look around the outside with the DRS. He'll get the job done, entering turn 4. Back up into P8. Oh, it's all going off. Sector 2 yellows, who is it? Who is it? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Oh, shit. Okay. Right, which battle to look at? I don't know. We might... I mean,
Schmidt
it's a
had
good...
a bit of a moment. He dropped off the back. Oh,
the 3 yellows.
The yellow. I think that was can't do crap. He's ghosting at the moment. Might have lost the rear end.
Oh, I don't know which battle to look at. Oh, fuck it. We'll look at the lead. We haven't looked at that one long enough. Rick and Hooter Magic. They're pulling away from Corrupted and Very Lazy Tail. As you said, Schmidt was part of that battle. He must have made a mistake. He's now 2.2 seconds behind. But Rick will be very, very vulnerable without DRS. There's 3 zones, 3 very long zones on this circuit, into heavy braking zones as well. You'll feel he'll probably get overtaken quite quickly, I'd imagine. Battle for P3 between Corrupted and Very Lazy Tail as well.
Buddha Magic also has 30% more ERS.
Yeah, look at that.
Rick's, it's going to be hard for him to defend off up this back straight, up this second straight.
Very, very well spotted. I didn't even notice that. You're absolutely right. Hooter Magic, he's just sort of saving a bit of ERS, and Tyre just hanging in behind.
False equations and a Corrupt just got 3-second penalty each, respectively. Oh, down there around the outside.
And so has Honest Crook as well. Breno's retired from the session.
Breno's retired. What happened to Breno?
I don't know. Oh. Did he just voluntarily retire, or was there a crash? As Hooter Magic makes a pass for the lead down the inside into turn 4, but Rick is holding on. As Breno leaves the session. Look at these two side by side.
Wow.
But Rick, he just falls in behind. He'll start using the DRS to his advantage now. As also the battle for third seems to be kind of resolved. Very Lazy Tail is now overtaken Corrupted. As safety car, he's had an incident at turn 8. Oh my goodness. Thank goodness there was no cars nearby. He spun it.
Tail's gone past Corrupted. He's up in the third now.
And Rick made a pass for the lead again. Oh, I don't know which one to look at. It's so intense.
I know.
Hooter Magic. He's going to dart to the right. He's going to have a look down the inside into turn 3.
I think he'll have him.
Alcatraz gets a 3-second turn penalty. Oh my goodness.
It's all happening.
Oh my goodness me. Rick, he has he has barely any ERS left as well. It's probably a smart thing for him to just sit in behind for a little while and just sort of save up ERS.
I think that's what he's going to try and do now.
Corrupted's not giving up either. He's within DRS range of Very Lazy Tail. Schmidt has fallen off the leading, the battle for third place. He's now 3 seconds behind. Dermy, he's still in P6. He's very, very good. I would imagine those mediums tyres are going to start switching on, and the softs are going to start switching off soon. So Dermy is in a very good position.
He's only 8.5 seconds behind the leader too, so that's definitely, you can catch that up.
He's also keeping Smokegrass at bay. He's not letting him into his DRS. He's not letting him get within 1 second. As Very Lazy Tail and Corrupted. Oh, Corrupted, did you miss the braking zone, mate? No. Very Lazy Tail quite kindly let him pass, so he can get the DRS onto the third straight. Holy moly. He'll get a massive slipstream into turn 4. He's just sitting behind as Corrupted locks up into turn... Oh, and he makes a small mistake on corner exit.
Yep.
Lazy Tail around the outside. As can't do crap, a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Alright, where do we look now? Honest Crook, hello. We now got a battle. What's this for? This is for P6. Technically, if Smokegrass can get a move on. As Rick gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, so does Papa G.
That's going to hurt Rick, I think.
Coming onto the pit straight now. But Honest Crook is under assault from Alcatraz. He might have a look into turn 1. No, he won't. He will pull back in behind onto the second DRS straight with the slipstream as Can't Do Crap exits pit lane. He might have a look here. Alcatraz around the outside into turn 3. Going to be late on the brakes. They're going to be side by side. Very respectful racing from those two. Both of them will get DRS. Very, very good racing. But if they keep this up, they're going to fall behind.
Oh, Smokegrass and Dermy. Smokegrass touched the inside of Dermy's rear wheel and almost lost it. Held on to the car though. He's lost a position to Alcatraz. And
Honest Crook, he's lost 2 positions in that. As Papa G disqualified from the session, going the wrong way. How many times have we... Oh, Smokegrass! Losing it, coming out of turn 8. Into the gravel trap he goes. He has to stay still. Very well done from Smokegrass.
Smart play by him, not coming on and screwing anyone's lineup.
Anyway, the battle for 7th continues. Honest Crook tries to break the toe. No, he just lets him by, rather. He moves into P7 and tries to hunt Dermy down. Everything's seeming to settle down a little bit. No, it's not. It's Corrupted and Very Lazy Tail are going hammer and tongs for 3rd place.
Oh, yeah, they
still. I mean, with 10 laps.
Here.
Oh! That was awfully close. Oh!
Very. Smokegrass retired from the session.
He was in the pit lane, I think. I think he just retired in the pit lane. I think.
We've got the glitch on the scoreboard showing Honest Crook in 1st, even though he's in 11th.
Oh, okay. And Schmidt's back into this. I completely didn't notice. Schmidt is back into this battle for 3rd. These 2 guys, Lazy Tail and Corrupted, have been battling so much. The gap that was 3 seconds is now down to half a second.
Wizzy Ricks lost DRS on Huda Magic, but he did save up a lot of ERS. He's up to 90% now.
While Hoot Magic, he's on 60. So Rizzy Rick, I reckon he's thinking a bit more long term. I think he's thinking about when he switches to the medium compound as Smokegrass leaves the session, because I reckon those soft tyres are going to start wearing out pretty damn quickly. We'll just have to keep an eye on Dermy. He's the only. Oh no, there are now 3 people within the top 10. They're on mediums. And safety car gets a 3-second time penalty.
These softs will probably start to get a little bit of wear now, so drivers up front will probably start to slow down a little bit.
Well, we better use Dermy as an indicator. The gap is 3 seconds, so we should keep monitoring that. See how much he's gaining already. He's 2.6 seconds now.
He's 11.4 behind the leader right now, so he might need to go a little bit quicker to have this strategy pay off for him.
Corrupted, he might launch another attack down the inside into turn 3.
Ooh.
Hard on the brakes. Can he get the job done? Yes, he will. Very Lazy Tail. Gets in behind. He's going to use DRS. Is he going to switch it? He switches it into high mode. Might have a look. Oh, the game is glitching out a little bit.
Oh, very close between the 2 there into the 3rd corner.
But Schmidt, he's fallen away again. He must have. I did see him run wide coming out of turn 1. He's now 1.2 seconds behind Very Lazy Tail. We've got yellow flag in sector 3. I don't know. It's Rizzy Rick! Oh my goodness! At turn 8! He is now plummeted down the leaderboard. He's now in P6.
Very Lazy Tail with a 3-second time penalty.
As he comes into the pit lane. He might have to get onto the medium tyre. Oh, this is going to be... No, he got in.
He just got it down under speed. He'll be putting on the mediums, no doubt.
Oh, he is going to put... He's going to drop the hammer, I think. He's going to go all out with this.
Honest Crook's going very slow down this track. Don't know what's going on with him.
So Honest Crook in the pit lane coming out. He's on the set of mediums. Same with Garlaz. He's decided to challenge onto the mediums now. But the battle for third, look at this, it is still continuing. No, it's the battle for second now.
Yeah, he's up in the 5th place though.
How many times have you heard this in 2019? It is a Mercedes 1-2 at the moment. We got a Renault in P3, which is something you haven't heard in 2019. Oh, well, except for that one time Hulkenberg was, and then he, well, inevitably screwed it
dived into the pits.
So these two are going to continue battling for the rest of the race. Oh, good, good, good. Schmidt comes in as well.
Goes up a second.
And Alcatraz stays out as well on the softer tyre. Semi-Pro is now up to 4th. He's on the medium. Oh, Alcatraz! Coming out to turn 1. Hits the outside wall.
That's going to hurt.
Definitely damages the front wing.
Yeah, a bit of damage too. Definitely got a red front wing there. That's going to hurt him around this. He'll be coming in this lap.
Safety car. What? Going backwards.
Oh, safety car's going in reverse on the track. 10-second time penalty
for exceeding track limits. I think he might be thinking of retiring the car.
Oh, there's a big hit on the wall. He just came in for a pit stop too, so he's going to have to come in again, put the mediums on, I think. Huda Magic's in the pits. He's getting held. Oh, no,
who's that? It's Alcatraz again.
Jeremy's inherited the race lead on the mediums.
He's on the hard compound tyre.
He's on the hards. I think they might have from the session.
Guys, have you not learned? If you finish, you score points.
Scores points.
I mean, at the moment, can't do crap. He's looking like a P12 at the moment. He's going to score some solid points.
He's having a rough race. He's struggling.
I think he's going to be scoring 6 points. No. I think it's 9 points he'll score if he finishes in P12.
I think this is Huda Magic's race to lose at this stage.
The gap.
He's only sitting 7 seconds behind Dermy on the mediums. Dermy still has to pit again, so...
For whatever reason, Huda Magic's tyres on the racetrack are showing softs. He is on the medium compound tyre. And at the moment, he is howling the gearbox of Semi-Pro. He's all over the back of it. But the longer he stays behind Semi-Pro, the more time that Dermy will gain. And hopefully contest for a very good position.
Powell's still on corrupted gearbox. Schmidt's come back into it as well now.
I'm going... It's a four-way battle. You've got corrupted, Lazy Tail, Schmidt, and Rizzy Rick.
And Wizzy Riz.
They're all in this. I'm right on board with Rizzy Rick. He weaves to the right-hand side of the circuit for some reason. Look at this. This train of four drivers.
Huda Magic's made it past Semi-Pro. So all he's got left is Dermy in front of him, and Dermy still has to have another pit stop.
I don't think Semi-Pro's had enough. Oh, no. It just looked like he was going to have a go down the inside. He's pulled out of it. As Can't Do Crap, he's had another spin. But again, if he keeps racing, he'll score 9 points. It's a lot better than none.
Oh yeah, it is.
Alcatraz, after having his incident, currently in P11, he'll score 10 if he stays there.
Oh,
as Rizzy Rick.
Wizzy's made a move on Schmidt.
So the battle for what is now P5 at the moment is raging. This will be for P2.
Okay, Honest Crook didn't ghost then for the boys, even though he's over a lap down. It says he's in 7th, but he's definitely over a lap down.
Who's this?
Honest Crook.
Well, he's showing P9 on mine.
Yeah, but now he's in P11 now.
Okay.
The game's glitching out. It didn't give him yellow flags to get past. Corrupted had to go around the outside. Then Tower came up and tapped his rear end. And then when Schmidt, it fixed up for Schmidt, and Schmidt was just able to drive straight through him. So.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Very, very odd from Codemasters. I have never seen that before.
I've seen it a couple of times. It's quite annoying. Hard to determine where they are on the track. But he says he's back up in the 9th, but he's really 11th.
Okay. Might have to have
Huda Magic's just reeling in Dermy at this stage.
And speaking of Dermy, he just claims a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Huda Magic has no penalties next to him.
Tower will be sitting in there swearing in his helmet that the pit crew put on hards.
A hard tyre.
Oh, Woody Rick with the fastest lap of the race.
Sector 2 yellows. It's can't do crap again. As he almost puts it into the wall. Ooh, thank goodness he's ghosting.
Yeah, he's not having a lot of fun out there today.
As Rizzy down the inside of Corrupted into turn 3. Will Corrupted get DRS? No, he won't. Rizzy will. Oh, to rub salt in the wound. Here goes very lazy down on the hards. Oh, wait. Sector 2 yellow flags can't make an overtake. Of course you can't. Look at this battle pack. Oh, my goodness.
Battle. This is a great battle. 4 cars all together.
Remember, this is for second place when all the other drivers come in to do their pit stops. However, Dermy, I'm not sure where Dermy's going to come out of this.
Dermy went a bit wide in turn 1. It's one of the shorter pit lanes in terms of time loss, I think. So, false equation, 3-second time penalty.
Even if Dermy is a couple of seconds behind, as that's false equation.
Ooh.
He must have spun out coming out of turn 1 onto the grass.
Yep.
No damage though, it appears to be no damage. No, he's got both his own points.
He's lost position, he's lost 4 positions on that.
He's becoming close. Well, he should be able to get at least 5 or so more laps out of these.
Yeah.
We've still got a way to go. As Schmidt is now side by side with very Lazy Tail, as you said, will be absolutely ruining the fact he's on hards. So, and Rizzy Rick, he's now pulled away from Corrupted by a lot.
That's the best exit out of the last 2 turns.
As Semi-Pro comes into the pit lane. So what, 16 laps on the softs?
Ooh, that's gonna be stretching it.
That's a stint and a half, man.
Don't know if he's gonna be able to do that.
I mean, if you can pull it off, well done, but still, I don't know.
Huda Magic's only 2.8 seconds behind Dermy right now, so
yeah, I don't think Dermy will be contesting for the win here. Unless the safety car comes out, then... Hang on.
The safety car comes out right now. That's, can't do crap with the yellow flag in sector 2.
Oh, okay. I just saw Schmidt lose a position, or Corrupted lose a position. I was like, oh my god, please. No.
Yeah, that's Honest Crook jump. Yeah, that's Honest Crook jumping up and down. He was up in a second there for a second because of the glitch.
Alright, so... what was a battle pack of 4 is now a battle pack of 3. Schmidt leads over Corrupted in P5. And in behind him is very Lazy Tail on a set of hards. Lazy Tail, I think he might be having a go here. No, he'll just sit in behind.
Rizzy Rick's pulled a little 1.4 second gap over Schmidt. Now Honest Crook's gone back up in the first because of that glitch. Bloody annoying.
Yeah, it's not glitching out for me. He's been in P8 all the time. He's moved up and down where he should be. Like when somebody overtakes him or he overtakes someone, he moves. But it hasn't been glitching out. So he might actually be in P8 at the moment. I'm not too sure.
He might be, yeah. We're P9 now.
We'll investigate it post-race just to make sure. We want to get everyone in their proper finishing position.
I think he might be in P9. I'm not sure.
As Dermy comes into the pit lane now, 14 laps on the softs. Bit more respectable, still quite a stint, but
yeah, that should be doable. See what false equations, he's staying out for one more.
And he comes, where will he come
Magic's in the lead. 9-second gap over Wizzy Rick. Schmidt only 7 tenths behind him. Tao is 1.2 behind Schmidt, and Corrupted is only half a second, so he's in the DRS. Coming up to Lazy Tao. Corrupted, mate. Oh, he's fallen to the back of this full grip battle.
Yeah, which, considering very Lazy Tail is on a set of hards, like Lazy Tail is actually doing pretty okay on those hards. Imagine how quick he would be on a set of mediums though.
Oh, he'd be quick. Doing high 108s and low 19s.
Like he's making do with what he's got. At least with the hard tyre, he can push everywhere. I mean, he doesn't have to hold himself back. The hards will easily make it.
Wizzy Rick's showing some good pace. Yeah, like low and medium 108.
But now Dermy, what can he do? Currently P7, he is 2 point... Now it's opened up a little bit. It's about 3 seconds, we'll say 3 seconds. Behind false equation who pits. Honest Crook moves up what the leaderboard says up to P7.
Is he? Yeah. I can't even tell because it says P1 on mine.
Okay.
Yeah, he's behind Gals. Wait.
He is, on my leaderboard, he is 4 seconds behind Dermy at the moment.
Okay.
I don't know, we'll have to have a look at it post-race.
Yeah, it says he's 3.3 seconds behind false equations right now.
False equation.
He's in 9th on mine. Oh, Gals just went straight past Honest Crook.
Okay. So Dermy is losing time to this battle group, which is quite weird. He's now 4.2 seconds behind.
Oh, fastest lap though.
1 minute 7.
107.
Sector 2 yellows as it can't do crap. It must be slow time.
It's basically almost a second quicker than all the front runners. Let's see what Huda Magic's doing for lap times. Yeah, Huda Magic's
of a 9.5 second gap to what is a battle for second place. Rizzy Rick and Schmidt.
Danny was 1.3 seconds quicker than Huda Magic on that last lap. Big break up for block break up for Dermy there.
Let's see, so we got a battle for second. We have a battle for fifth if it hopefully materialises. And Dermy,
sure Dermy will close up.
He is closing up at a rapid pace now. It was 4.2 seconds. It's 3.2 now. He is going to be right on the back of these guys in a matter of laps. Expect about lap 30, maybe even earlier, he'll be right on the back of these guys. So we'll look at the battle for second. It's really going off between these two. Rizzy Rick and Schmidt. I mean, Schmidt isn't even a full-time driver for crying out loud. And he's battling for third place.
107.5. He's got some speed about him now. So we've got 3 drivers on the softs at the moment. Dermy, Semi-Pro and false equations in the 6th, 7th and 8th. The rest are on the mediums with the exception of Powell in 4th and the hard.
at the moment. Dermy still around that 3-second mark.
I think these last couple of laps have been saving a little bit of ERS. But he's getting closer. See those cars ahead of him now.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he can fight for any higher than 4th. I think it's a bit too much time to gain back to try and challenge the P3. As Corrupted and Lazy Car are now having another melee, this is only going to bring Dermy closer to them. Set the
Yellow
3
flag.
yellows, let me guess.
Can't do craps, lost it again. Poor bugger.
Like I said, 12, 9 points. That's all that matters.
That's it.
Oh, hang on. Don't put it into the wall. Please. I want you to finish and score. Please.
Coming into the pits again. Did he get front wing damage?
Yeah, I think he did.
With a 3-second time penalty? That could hurt. Let's have a look at the penalties right now.
Oh, could you please? I would love to see that. I don't think Schmidt has any.
So Wizzy Rick has 2 penalties. I'm pretty sure they're both 3-second time penalties. Schmidt has a time penalty of 3 seconds with 1 warning.
Oh, okay.
Huda Magic has 2 warnings, so 1 more will get a penalty. Corrupted has 2 warnings, or 2 penalties, sorry. He's one more warning away from another penalty. Cal has 1 penalty, but he's also 1 warning away from another penalty. And Dermy has 1 penalty and 1 warning, so. False equations with another 3 seconds.
So it appears as if these battles have already been resolved when the race finishes. Unless these guys start making a couple more mistakes and evens out the penalties. So Rizzy Rick has 6 seconds. Schmidt has 3.
There's another 3-second penalty for Corrupted.
Hang on, Corrupted! Oh my goodness me! He's lost it. Somehow he's lost it. And he's completely destroyed his front wing.
Oh, that hurts. He's got to do a whole lap now without that front wing. Dermy's moved up into 5th though.
Oh my goodness, it was looking like such a good day for the Mercedes crew. What on earth happened there? Did he do it by himself? Did he hit the inside curve?
Let's have a look and see if there are any...
Was there any warnings?
Let's have a quick
collisions
look.
Or anything?
I'm just getting to it now.
Doesn't appear to be.
Doesn't look like, no, nothing there. I think
He's
he just lost it himself.
What lap is this? Lap 30, yeah. Must have done it himself.
Dermy's only 1.8 seconds behind Tal now on those softs.
Tal on 15 lap old hards versus Dermy on 6 lap old softs. And Tal doesn't have DRS anymore. So Dermy's got all the time to gain.
Dermy's got a good load of ERS as well.
Corrupted. Very disappointing for him, but he'll be absolutely flying. Be on a set of softs.
He's going to be quick at the end of this. He might even get back up to... Where's he going to come out? He's going to come out ahead of Garlas yet.
But the battle for 3rd place continues. 2nd place rather continues. Schmidt and Rizzy Rick.
Huda's just sitting on that 9.5 second gap. He's been at that for about 5 or 6 laps now. Just holding that lead comfortably. Looking good for the race win.
Well, ever since the dilemma that Wogboy had at the start, where he got the sound glitch.
He might have been better off staying in the race, letting the race start, to see if it fixed up before he actually left the session. I think he's screwed himself by leaving the session at the end of qualifying.
Well, actually, you don't have to leave the session in order to fix the problem. You see, no, I worked this out on accident. I worked out the way to fix the sound glitch. Now, I'm sure he uses a headset. I'm pretty sure he uses a headset. What you have to do, you have to turn your controller off, then turn it back on again, and it fixes it.
Oh, that's it. It fixes it. Oh,
yeah.
Semi-pro. Semi-pro retired.
Alright, I'm going to ride on board with Corrupted, see if we can see this. Yep. He didn't retire in the pit lane, that's for sure.
Sector 1.
Sector 1, 2, 3, it's a full course yellow. It's that turn. Oh my goodness, look at that car.
Wow.
Look at
that's completely written off.
Look at that. It's got the front wheel on top of the
Dermy with a 3-second time penalty. That might hurt him.
Well, he now has 6 seconds. Didn't Lazy Tail have 6 seconds as well?
I think so, yeah. So
this is a proper battle for position.
Yep. And Dermy's right on Tail's gearbox right now. He's going to have ERS down this front straight.
Semi-pro left a session. Oh, he might wait for a solid top 10 finish.
He might wait till this back straight. Much better opportunity to overtake. Not the great run at that corner though. Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, he's got time.
This lap to get him.
But the longer that this goes on, the worse those tyres get.
Put it up in the high. Oh, Tail with the moment out there. Not the cleanest. Going to switch it down to overtake. Mo's going to stay in hot lap. Tail go defensive. Oh, what a big dive down the inside. What a dive!
Bomb from the McLaren driver. What a move!
This boy's got skills.
He's been watching a lot of Daniel Ricciardo. What a move that was! He sold him the dummy down the inside into turn 4. He moves up into P4. What a move!
That was a great move. Danny Rick would be proud of that.
Oh, the Honey Badger would have the biggest smile in the world if he saw that. Oh.
While all that was going on, Corrupted set the fastest lap of the race with a 107.1. So he's showing some great speed.
With all the fire in his belly after that. Yeah, I'd imagine
he's going to catch fault equations. So it looks like he's going to bring home 7th.
Tao
with another penalty. Oh, I think he's going on tilt.
He's got DRS open though. He's going to fight for this 100%. He's going to have a look down the inside into turn 3. Can he get the job done? Yes, he can, but not quite. Dermy down the inside. Gets the switchback. Doesn't have DRS though. That's very odd to see. No. Side by side into turn 4. Dermy probably going to go late on the brakes as he does. There's a
bit of a lock up. Oh.
They're still side by side coming through turn 5. Look at this brilliant battling between these two.
Tail dives in behind.
Oh my goodness!
This is a great battle on track.
Oh, this might be resolved with penalties at the end, but this is the bragging right.
I think so. Let's just have a quick look and see what the penalties.
I'll make sure I'll keep an eye on this battle.
How's only got 2 penalties apparently? Wait.
Okay, so does Dermy then. I think Dermy has 2.
Let's have a look, Dermy.
Oh, Lazy
Tail!
Got 2 penalties. Almost losing it, almost. He hangs on though. That might be the last nail in the coffin. Might. Depends what the penalties have to say.
Schmidt's 1.5 seconds behind Wizzy Rick, but let's have a look at the penalties. Schmidt might be able to take 2nd here with the penalties for Wizzy Rick. I think he's got 2. He does. He's got 6 seconds worth. Schmidt, he has 1 penalty. So all he has to do is stay within 3 seconds and he'll claim 2nd place.
He's only
1.5 behind.
Very achievable. Wizzy Rick, 3 seconds.
Oh, that's definitely done now.
That's game, set, match for Wizzy Rick.
Yeah,
for sure.
Schmidt's going to take home 2nd place here if he can keep it on the track.
Alcatraz comes into the pits, puts on some fresh
Dermy's
shots.
in 4th.
What can Lazy Tail do?
Tail's going to try and set the fastest lap. I think he might. Who's putting on fresh softs? Oh, Alcatraz.
Alcatraz. He's putting on fresh softs. Okay. Yeah, he'll try and set the fastest lap of the race for sure. It's like the 3 yellows.
Yellow flag.
Probably can't do crap, is it?
No. I love how we both went straight to him.
Oh, Garlas! Hang on! Sector 2 yellows. He spun out at turn 4. Doesn't appear to be any damage, so Alcatraz, I don't think he'll be contesting for any position higher than 10th.
So Dermy's in... Is Dermy in 4th on your screen? Because it says Honest Crook's in 4th, but I know that's not right.
No, Dermy's in 4th, and there's a big battle going on between him and Lazy Tail. Honest Crook on my screen is currently P6, and if that's a true position as he slides into turn 4, it's a very good finishing position for him.
Oh, wow. Okay, on my screen, Honest Crook just got launched by Lazy Tail.
Okay.
There's some definite glitching going on right now.
Yeah, so Honest Crook on my screen is P6, so... And he's coming through turn
P6
8.
now. It's P6 for me now as well.
Alright, so we're coming on to the last lap of the Grand Prix. Battle for 4th rages on, but there's a man out in front who has led almost every lap of this race. He can't do crap, gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
Wizzy Ricks pulled back 3 seconds on Hooter Magic, but I think Hooter's just put it in like safe mode right now and just cruising.
Oh, hello, the battle for 4th is raging on because Lazy Tail has made a move on Dermy.
Well, he has, but Tao has another penalty, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, if Dermy gets another penalty, he might be regretting that.
I'm going to have to go through the incidents because it's not really coming up right now.
Alright, so, Hooter coming through turn 9. It's been a superb drive. It helps with Wogboy being absent after he had the sound glitch, but it is a win for Mercedes-Benz and the first win of the season for Hooter Magic. Aussie Rizzy Rick will come home a disappointed P2, I reckon, if he hadn't made that mistake. Oh, of course, the penalties.
Alcatraz with the fastest lap.
On the
last lap of the Grand Prix.
So he'll snare an extra point. Oh, the penalty!
Tao beat Dermy. Tao beat Dermy. Oh, we missed that.
He finishes 5th.
5th.
So the penalties, they did even out between the two. We must have missed one.
They did.
Lazy Tail will finish a remarkable P4 on those mediums after having a brilliant battle with Dermy. Honest Crook at the moment is 6, I think. False equation.
I don't know either. I think he's 6 because it's finished. The race is finished now. So yeah, Alcatraz comes home in 10th, Gulls in 9th, Corrupted in 8th. And I'm pretty sure the last one Carl waiting for is Can't Do Crap.
Who will finish
12th, I think. Oh, he's lost it. Oh no, the poor guy. He's not having a good day. He's had a rough one out there.
I reckon he's.
But hey, he's brought the car home. That's all that matters. Oh no. Oh God, imagine if you wrote the car off there. So he's going to come home in 11th because Semi-Pro didn't finish the race.
Yeah, he didn't finish the race, so that means Can't Do Crap will score 10 points. He will score 10 points. What
a race. So much happening.
Oh my goodness, the battles, the everything about this race. It was off the charts. I mean, we had good stuff during qualifying. We had drama before the race. We had drama all the way through the race. And ladies and gentlemen, your top 3 here in Austria. What a superb race. Oh, thank you Austria. Thank you Red Bull Ring for providing one of the best races I have ever seen in my commentating career. That was absolutely superb. So,
it was a great race to watch.
Wow. So, ladies and gents, your provisional results. Hooter Magic wins the Grand Prix with Schmidt in P2, Rizzy Rick P3. I reckon he'd be pretty disappointed with that after having such a strong start battling for the lead. But he finishes 3rd, solid points for him. Very Lazy Tail, P4 on a set of hards. How the hell did he pull that off? Superb. Dermy P5. Honest Crook P6. False Equation from 16th to 7th. What a race from him, up 9 places. Corrupted P8. Garlaz P9 from 17th on the grid.
Yeah, last night.
Alcatraz P10. And Can't Do Crap P11. Because Semi-Pro did not finish this race. Wow.
What a race.
What a race. That was a race. That was amazing.
Definitely expected. That was great.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, with that all said and done, that will end round 2 of the Green Championship here in Austria, but the action isn't over for this week. Tomorrow night it is the Blue Championship at this very racetrack where both me and Sideshow will be both racing, so we get to meet with all the chaos and the drama of Austria, which will hopefully be very, very fun. Thank you, Sideshow, for commentating with me tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on board. Has. And what a race to bring you into the world of commentary in Formula 1.
Couldn't have been better. Couldn't have been better. I enjoyed every minute of that.
Oh, wow.
A lot of carnage, a lot of drama. Made for good racing.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, what a pleasure it has been commentating tonight to see that sort of racing. It was absolutely spectacular. But that will end it for tonight. I have been the Smeg. That's been Sideshow Prod. He's been absolutely brilliant for his first ever commentary stint ever. He's been absolutely brilliant. But thank you everyone for watching, and good night, and see you tomorrow for the Blue Championship race round 2 here in Austria.